autocomplete, complete. Same like you have button. So you have like date pickers. You have like dialogues. You have like menu. So you have like slider, spinner. All these we learned in our Bootstrap. But in Bootstrap we don't have date pickers and all. So here we have some extra and some different. Here advantage is structurally we need to design. For example, I will show you a basic approach. Others you can try by yourself. I will show the basic approach. Actually, suppose we want accordion. If you remembered, in a bootstrap example, I showed you accordion already. So in bootstrap example, I showed you accordion, how to design accordion. So the accordions collapse based. Yeah. I showed you accordion in Bootstrap. Already we designed this in Bootstrap. In Bootstrap examples, I showed you an accordion like this. We designed an accordion like this. This is accordion. In Bootstrap already we discussed this. So we learned how to design this. So, but for this actually, to design this actually, we need a lot of concept like, you see, here we designed, to design this accordion type in Bootstrap actually, you need all these Bootstrap files. That's okay. But in the design, you have to create accordion, you have to create cards. Card header should contain buttons. Buttons should use collapse. Collapse show, they should use data parent, data target, lot of references are required. Now in jQuery UI, you can create such accordions and they are very easy now. Suppose I will see here, I'm saying accordion.html. And in this, I am designing a simple doc type HTML head and title some accordion. And in this, I am defining a script. So script source is equal to node modules. So jQuery first, jQuery dist, jQuery.js. Remember, while adding the scripts, order is also important. Already I told you that order means first you have to import jQuery. After importing jQuery, then you have to import jQuery UI. So node modules. So here we have jQuery UI. So jQuery UI. So in the node modules, where is our jQuery UI? So yesterday we copied somewhere here. This is jQuery UI. Some problem in the directory. I will copy that jQuery UI folder. In the node modules, jQuery UI. Okay, I will add a new folder, jQuery UI, in the node modules. And in the jQuery UI, I will copy. Yesterday we downloaded the jQuery UI. So these are all the files required, and we keep them here. Okay, fine. Now I will link that here. So script source is equal to, so node modules jQuery UI, yeah, jQuery UI dot JS. Okay, that is the jQuery UI. And you can link the relation is equal to style sheet, and the href is equal to, so node modules jQuery UI, and you have jQuery CSS. You have jQuery CSS, jQuery theme CSS. Theme is ready-made effects actually. Theme is also same, but the main one is jQuery UI CSS. Theme have ready-made colors, like separate themes will be there for such same UI only. As of now, you can use any one. So you see body. In the body, previously to design accordion, we need to do lot of design, means lot of references. But now I am just creating a main div. This div ID I will give as topics. Okay. Under this I will give headings. I will give headings. Suppose this is HTML. Under the heading, so keep a div. In the div, keep some paragraph about HTML. So this is the order of designing. So when you are designing, if you perfectly maintain the order of designing, then jQuery can recognize it and easily apply the effects. You see now. So this is HTML. Now similarly, I will create another heading, and in that I said CSS. Under that heading, you put a div. In that div, so you put a paragraph. Similarly, another heading. So that is JavaScript. And under that you put a div. So and under that you put some paragraph related to JavaScript. This is the design actually. Now observe carefully here. Once you have done that, when you run this, you can see its appearance will be like this: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Its appearance will be in this way, right? Now the point is here, when you are dealing with accordion in Bootstrap, lot of references, buttons, collapse I have to give. Now simply in jQuery what I can do is, because we are using jQuery UI, we can just load the jQuery global function, and here we can access that topics. Topics is the ID. To that topics we can apply accordion. A function need to be applied. To the topics I can apply accordion. That's it. Nothing else. Only that point. And nothing to do at all. So this accordion have ready-made functions and effects which will be applied to your content. You can see that. I click on CSS, then CSS will come, JavaScript will come. And automatically the content will be displayed in this way. This is accordion style, and this is more simple. The same accordion we have designed in our Bootstrap also, if you remember. Bootstrap and CSS, lot of complications, means lengthy approach. So we need to create a collapse, we need to create a button, and everything we need to design. Now here it's very simple. Just only you have to access the ID and apply accordion. And rest of is design. How you design is important, and it gets the appearance in a perfect way. Appearance in a perfect way. So just you have to keep the main div under that headings, under that content. So generally the designing is important for us, and you can easily achieve this. This is jQuery accordion. So this is the jQuery accordion, how you can create an accordion. So for example, so here I will give you, so these are examples. These are examples. Yeah. So this is an accordion example. So this is an accordion example, accordion. In the jQuery UI, that is the accordion example. Yeah. Just you need to apply that effect additionally to this, that is accordion. Similarly, so we have options like, we have like autocomplete. Autocomplete already we saw in HTML itself. So, but here also you have autocomplete. So it is little bit more similar. So it dynamically uses data coming from any specific location. So for example, so I am designing autocomplete. So all these files are mandatory, so I will copy them. Okay, I will create here another like autocomplete.html. Yep. So and here doc type HTML and header. In that I kept all these. In the body section, so we have, in the body section we have just a simple, so suppose we are creating a field set and with a legend. Suppose here we are, so search. So search, suppose I said some topics. Okay, here we put a text box, input type is equal to, so input type is equal to text. ID is equal to topics. ID is the topics or search box. ID is the search box. That's what we designed. A simple field set is there. And when user clicks in the search box to search something, topics, I need to give the topics list. So then it's very simple. That means how we can manage that. So it's very simple. So I am creating the script and the function, and call the function here. And here we will create an variable. Some topics is an array. In that we have some topics. So HTML tutorial. So here say CSS examples. So JavaScript tutorial. So something like topics tutorial. Yeah. And some JavaScript examples. So here we said some HTML examples. Like this, some topics are. Now I want these topics to be used by this text box. Then simply we can just access that. So access that hash. So hash search box. And to this search box, I need to apply autocomplete. I need to apply autocomplete. I need to apply. And autocomplete is expecting some properties. What are the property? The property is nothing but autocomplete is expecting source. That means from where it should get the source. Source, you have to just define the variable. Variable is nothing but topics. Autocomplete is accessing the source from the topics. In that case, what happens now is when I click here, so and I start typing, so it has to get that examples and show. And you can see that automatically it is showing some help here. 2 results are available. Use up and down arrows to navigate. And I can use up and down arrows to navigate. I can select this. It will get that. And it will display. I haven't written any logic for accessing and displaying also. Why? Because currently I am using a theme, jQuery theme. This theme has ready-made such functionalities. Ready-made such functionalities, ready-made logic. If I don't use theme, if I just use CSS, just it will show a helper. That's it. So, but the theme has more abilities. Suppose I am searching for topics like tutorial. It says 2 results are available. So we can use up down arrow keys to choose any specific one, and that will be selected there. So this is more better than generally what we have HTML. We have HTML. HTML provides only a simple autocomplete that you manually add. What is the advantage now is into the array dynamically you can add elements. You can dynamically add the elements, you can configure the elements dynamically. So these options are simple. So how generally we use the concept of bootstrap, the same approach we have to follow here also. Same thing we have to follow here also. So even the dialog boxes, so how we can design the dialog boxes, how we can open the dialog boxes. So that is also simple. For example, I want to create a dialog box. That means I'm just using a div. In the div, I'm giving an ID. That means models and dialog boxes. So yeah, I already told you that. So if you use theme, you have ready-made appearance, ready-made results coming here. So we don't want all this, no? We don't want all this. So why in your example you don't want to show how many results came? You don't want to show how many options came, right? We just want to use it. We don't want anything like this. We want our own, no? If you want our own, then what you have to do? You cannot use these themes, no? Right? You have to use just only the functionality. You don't need all these tips and tools to come on the screen, right? That is the reason we don't use themes regularly, right? We just use only general CSS. If you use themes, these all details will come. If you don't want all those details, then remove the themes and put the jQuery CSS. That's what I said, right? Everything is same, dialogues and configuring the dialogues. Suppose here I said some tool tip, ID is equal to, suppose MSG is the ID, configured here, ID. And this is having a title. So title is some like, suppose warning message. The title is like warning message. So, and in that we just designed a paragraph. So that is like, please include jQuery UI in page, just something. Now in the function, what we are doing is in the function, so how you are configuring that is simply we need to access that. We need to access that message. And to that message, we are adding a dialog. We are accessing a dialog and configuring a dialog. That means now this message should be used as a dialog. That means you can see it comes like a dialog. It comes like a dialog. and it has a close option here, close option here. So, and close, it will be closed. That's a simple. That means a dialog will be displayed and it will be closed. These things we can design in our general also. These things we can design in general. This dialog can be resized. You can adjust the dialog. Suppose I am not using here the jQuery theme. So I'm using only jQuery UI.css. jQuery UI.css. We are not using the theme. Then its appearance is different. Its appearance is different. The dialog appearance is different, right? It will just display that, right? It depends on your requirement. Suppose here I am writing now. So HTML tutorial, it will show only these tips. It will not show any extra things, right? That is just to make you understand that theme contains ready-made additional things. We don't need themes. We just need these options to happen. And this is a dialogue. This is a dialogue on the screen. And we can create such dialogues. We can create such dialogues in our Bootstrap also. But it will take so much time for designing such dialogues, lot of buttons, everything. Here, everything added for you. Title, these options, close buttons, everything added. We haven't designed anything like a close button. We just kept a div. In that we kept a title and we kept some message. So it will design everything for you. So these are the ready-made options. So how we can handle and how we can use them. Now, all other widgets, because already you learned Bootstrap, already you know CSS, how to customize, how to design. So every widget no need to explain. So you can explore by yourself, because in every new version, some changes will come. Whenever another version comes tomorrow, then some changes will be there. You need to explore by yourself and see the changes and update it. So how to get that all the details by yourself? So that you have to do. So what you should do is you visit the website jQuery UI. jQuery UI is the official website. In jQuery UI official website, you can see left side, the widgets are there: accordion, autocomplete, button, date picker. If you want to use any widget, then click on that widget. That widget preview will come here. So the preview will come here. And its examples will come in the right side. In the right side. Suppose you want to see how to design this. Then you can observe here there is a view source and API documentation. These two are important. Go to API documentation, you will get help about this date picker. That means what are the attributes? What are the attributes available for date picker? What are the attributes available for date picker? How those attributes will work? Everything will be defined here. And you go to examples category. So that means it's properties and methods. You go to examples category, it will show you different date picker example. In the example, you can see in the example how to access the date picker, how to use the date picker. A simple sample example will be given to you here. So what files are required to integrate into it, and how do we add that? So this is what you have to know. You can see a lot of examples will be there. That means suppose you go back here, you see. So this is the date picker. In the date picker, you go to the view source. You can select view source. In the view source, it will show how to use the date picker. What is the function, how to access, how to use it. Why I am showing this? Because this jQuery UI is not something like anybody will teach you and you learn it, right? It is not like that. Why? Because every new version, some new widgets are adding. Every new version, these widgets are changing. In that case, you cannot simply stick to some notes and verify how to use a widget. You have to explore by yourself every time. You need to update yourself every time. So because several changes will be happening in this regularly. So you need to get by yourself, because if you already know Bootstrap, CSS, jQuery, JavaScript, then using this is simple. So nobody need to explain you. Nobody need to teach you how to use this, because already you learned all these in Bootstrap. Only the point here you have to learn is how it is used in jQuery. That is only the example. Every example you go here, select that, and it will give you the source. In the source you can see how to add it, how to use it. That is the basic approach you have to follow. Nobody teaches you these UI related concepts. Why? Because they will just give you 1-2 points, and others you have to explore by yourself, because they keep on changing. So, and jQuery UI, in every version some new things will come, new widgets will come, some options will change. You have to do that, right? Some widgets we can design by ourselves also. Our own widgets also we can design. I will show you. We can create our own widgets, gadgets with jQuery. So we will see designing some our own widgets. So after we finish all the jQuery thing, I will show you simple widgets how we can design ourselves. But majority people come to jQuery UI to use these ready-made. You can simply copy the code and you can customize according to your requirements. That's what actual part. So I'm not going to teach you all this, right? So already I told you that these are all Bootstrap. In Bootstrap, we learned everything. You just try this in jQuery UI also, so that it is more simplified and more effective. You try all those widgets, so which are available, all those widgets which are available. So then you will get more clarity. However, we already learned all these in Bootstrap, how to use it in Bootstrap. Here in jQuery, it is simple. It is more simplified, right? That means just you have to write one function. That's it. It will work. Only design you have to understand from the source. You can understand the source. So generally, while working with jQuery, this is a repository of ready-made effects, ready-made options. So you have seen jQuery and you have seen jQuery UI. Means in jQuery, you have seen how to handle HTML DOM manipulations, You have seen how we can handle the effects. And in jQuery UI, you have seen interactions, how to handle the interactions, and how do we use the widgets, so how to deal with them. Now, another important in jQuery is you need to understand about the jQuery Ajax. So this is the key point for the learners of JavaScript and jQuery. You need to be very strong in understanding and working with this Ajax. So what is actually Ajax and what is the purpose of Ajax?